it's Erv with the Outdoor Gladiators, and thank you for clicking that button and supporting us along our adventures here. On today's episode, we got some action-packed content for you as you follow Matt, Justin, and I down to Southeast Ohio to chase some giant white-tailed deer. You're not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned to see who released the arrow.
Three of us just made it to Ohio. We're in Southeast Ohio, camping in Muskingum County, and we are going to go after these public land bucks. We are really excited. I've had some pretty good success in the past. Erv's been on some great deer in the past. This is Justin's first year, but this whole area is just loaded with great deer.
We've seen the trail cams. There's just numerous amount of bucks out here that are just massive compared to the Michigan bucks that we have. I mean, you get that occasional Michigan buck that's just a monster, but they're so frequent down here. So these videos, they're gonna show how our hunts went. You'll see mine, you'll see Matt's, and you'll see Erv's, and they're gonna be posted in this along with this whole series, Ohio's hunting series. So follow along. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and just follow along on this adventure, and we'll see you guys in the stands.
Matt's been going down to Ohio for about 9 to 10 years now. Me, on the other hand, I've been going there for about 5. And one thing that we always make sure that we do is we meet up with the O'Hays family. They're great people. They treat us like family there. But on this particular meeting, we got to talk to our good friend Kenny around the bonfire. And Kenny told me, he said, "Hey, Erv, how would you like to hunt my property?" Now, I don't know where his property is. I don't know how much property he has to offer, but I said, "You know what, Kenny, absolutely." Well, boy, be here. We're going to do an all-day sit tomorrow. Without question, Matt and I said, "Yep, Kenny, you tell us the time. We're going to be there." And this is where the story starts, folks. Stay tuned to this and see who released that arrow on that Ohio big boy.
Southern Ohio. It's noon right now. We got to hang out with Paul and his family and met Kenny there again. And Kenny was nice enough to say, "You wanna know what, boys? I got some property. It's not far away. You wanna hunt it?" I said, "Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen more hunters in the woods than I have deer this year down here, so this is a blessing." So I'm down here in between two big ridges, and I got a pond over here to my right. It's the beaver dam. I guess his brother shot a pretty nice 10-point year last year, so I'm pretty pumped. It's gonna be a long sit. Back's already hurting. We're gonna be here for 6 hours regardless. And then I got a long walk back. Hopefully Matt or Justin or I will be able to put something on the ground, bring you guys some good content instead of just watching squirrels run around. So next time I talk, hopefully I stuck a deer.
Well, I'm out hunting, and of course, if you know me, I am guaranteed to forget something. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna forget it. So today, well, actually, what do you think I forgot? If you had to guess, what do you think I forgot? Today, I forgot my boots. So today we're hunting with Converse, and if I kill a deer, these are going to be the most lucky Converse ever.
I know that you guys probably don't even care, but I have to say it. I am in paralyzing pain in my lower back. Taking ibuprofen. It's just unbearable. I still got 6 hours. 5 hours now. It's only been on the stand for 2 hours. I haven't seen a deer. I've seen a beaver, a squirrel, some chipmunks. And I'm just trying to get comfortable without moving around. To this spot, they're just gonna pop up. I'm probably not gonna hear them. Just show up. It's a nice little funnel between two ridges here. A little beaver pond and a creek running, dividing the ridges. I'm gonna try to make it, but I'm in pain.
But around 2 o'clock, I had a 4-point come working down the opposite ridge in front of me, goes down to the pond, gets a drink, and I threw a few grunts at him, and that's all it took. He came on a dime. He was running in, he found a spot to cross right in front of me, came up, I had some doe pee that was hanging in a tree there. He checked that out for a little bit, and then he worked his way off. Now, about 5:30, I hear something up on the ridge. Same general area that 4-point came down. But this one was a big boy. He worked his way down, about the same trail, came over there by the pond. I hit some grunts, and he was on. He came over there. I thought he was gonna cross right where that 4-point did. However, he wasn't into it. He kept looking. He's smart. That's why he's big. And he kept looking to see where that grunt was coming from. He started working his way off. I'd hit the grunt. He would come back. Check it out. He'd work his way off. I'd hit the grunt again. And at one point he was in front of me on the other side of the stream there. No shot, about 45 yards. He's some of the deepest grunts I've ever heard in the woods. He's tearing up the ground. He starts working his way off again. He doesn't want to cross for whatever reason. I throw a few more grunts, and here he comes. He works his way right up where that 4-point did, and I was trying to get the camera on him, and kind of lost my opportunity as he came up across, and he was working his way out of my life. So I stopped him.
Matt. I gotta be quiet. I just shot one. It's not the Ohio mega giant, man. That's a nice buck. I've been taking it. When he came across, he stopped. He was right at me. I put it right in the center of his chest. It ain't gonna be. I got a lot of penetration. I rolled him into this creek here. He splashed around and got up. I can't tell if he walked up or he laid down. I don't know what he did.
Now, in the video it does look like I have a broadside shot, and I can reassure you that if I had a broadside shot, I would not have taken the shot that I did. Now, I've never taken this shot, but my thought process was, he's looking at me, I'm going to put it low chest. When I released that arrow, it hit him high. I thought about mid-chest. He stumbled, he fell into the pond. He stayed in the pond for a little bit. He got up and he started walking up the hill, but he didn't go very far. I knew he was hit hard. And he went up about 10-15 yards and stopped. Now, I didn't hear him move for a few minutes there, and then he would work up another 10 yards and he would stop. And then he'd work up another 10 yards or so and stop.
All right, just got back to the camp and met up with Erv. We're on our way to go track your deer from last night. The shot, after looking at the footage, it appeared to be more up in, I don't know, shoulder area.
I've never shot a deer in the chest area, like to honestly target it. But that's pretty much the only thing he presents. Now the video, it's going to look like, oh, he had all day to shoot this thing broadside. Anybody that films or self-film knows that there's different camera angles to the hunter's view. So I tried to stick it mid-chest, and he jumped the string and he ducked down and started to turn. So I did hit him a little high in the neck, and I believe I hit him in the offside shoulder. But when after that initial hit, he looked hurt, and then he just, the arrow popped out.
Yeah, the arrow penetration wise probably looked, what, 6 inches? 8 inches?
It wasn't much.
But we're heading there now to go track. We're gonna meet up with Matt, and then we're gonna come up with a game plan, figure out if we can find find the location, find your arrow, and then see if we can find some first blood there. So
get on this.
Yes, we'll see you guys out there. Oh, you found the arrow.
We got the arrow, boys. It's actually a lot more broke off than, that's about half the arrow.
More than you thought it would be?
Yeah, broke the knock off. Hey, a lot more of the arrows in than I thought.
Yeah, that's good.
Half the arrow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
a
good.
Great sign.
He went down through here. Yeah, I don't see blood, but I don't think you might see a whole lot right here.
That's good, man. A lot more of the arrow than we thought entered him, and I think our theory about that arrow hitting that offside shoulder is probably true. So
That it's just stuck in there
I
still.
wouldn't be surprised if he's close.
You got what, the Ramcat, so it's got that dual blade in there.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about him. He'd be able to tell you, but I think they cut from both ways. So if it pulls out, it cuts as well.
That's
So,
a good sign then.
Yeah, I think so.
Now we gotta find the blood. That's a good amount of blood.
That is it. That is.
Oh. Like Matt. Oh.
We tracked it for about another 75 yards in the blood. Well, it started to taper off to pretty much nothing, and we actually lost it. So we looked around for a little bit, couldn't get on any more blood, couldn't find the deer. So I decided, we're gonna back out and I'm gonna call in a dog. I met up with John the next day and we went back out there, and that dog was amazing. Amazing. Now, before I could even tell him anything, that dog was off. And he got about 75 yards into the track and he asked me, said, "Hey, Erv, am I going the right way?" I said, "Actually, John, you are literally standing on the last blood that we had found." As we're discussing which way that this deer may have went, the dog took off in the exact opposite direction that all of us had looked the day before. Now this deer, however, and unfortunately, ran onto the neighbor's property. Using Onyx, we were able to get the number for that owner of that property. And I asked him, and I won't put his name out there, but I did ask him if I can continue my search with the dog on that property, and he did not give me permission to go on that property. So I have to respect that owner's wishes, and I reluctantly had to basically leave the deer of my life sit out there. Now I called Kenny and I told him the situation. Now Kenny was on the road, he was working, but he said he's going to try to call that owner and get permission for him to go out there and continue to look for this deer, or ask if that owner, if he were to find that deer, if he would give the deer back to Kenny, and then I would be more than happy to make that 6-hour drive back down to Ohio to get my dream buck. So at this point, as you can tell, yes, I released the arrow, and now it's a waiting game to see if I'm going to get that deer, or if it's just going to be a deer of my dream or nightmare that I'm never going to be able to get out of my head. But thank you guys for watching the Outdoor Gladiators and supporting us. Please hit that like, subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. As always, we appreciate your support, and we'll see you out in the field another time.